from the sidelines of the IPO Summit here at the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jarrett Banks, editor at IPO Edge, joined by Jim Segrave, the founder and CEO of flyExclusive, a private jet transportation company. Jim, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
Now, your company has grown rapidly in the last few years. How do you explain that, and how do you differentiate yourself from your competitors?
So one of the biggest differentiators is that we're profitable, and have been since our second year of operation. We've grown our jet club business by 200% over the last couple of years. We've got nearly 100 airplanes now. We are probably one of the more vertically integrated companies in the space. We have do most of our maintenance work in-house. Over 70% of our maintenance is done in our own facilities. We are consolidated into one location. We don't have offices all over the country. We've got everything, all of the people in the same place. I'm able to walk my maintenance floor and my offices myself every single day without having to jump in an airplane and go see everybody. So that makes a pretty big difference in staying in touch with the operation and maintaining the culture that we like to maintain. We also have a pretty seriously good track record of doing this. This is my second run at it. We sold the first business to Delta Airlines back in 2010. I had a non-compete that ran out, started this one in just 8 years. This is one of the top 5 operators in the United States at this point. So we're pretty proud of the growth and the track record. And in one of the fun stats there is, what was COVID was 2020, I believe, wasn't it?
That's when it started.
We were one of only 2 companies in the United States that flew more hours and revenue in 2020 than we flew in 2019. So we actually still grew in the middle of the pandemic. We grew our business flight hours. We've flown 56,000 hours last year and 43,000 hours the year before that, and that was a 75% growth year over year. So we've been growing the business rapidly since we started it, and in a great position in a pretty fun industry.
Fantastic. Now, I should add that in addition to being the founder and CEO, you're also a commercial pilot, or you used to be.
I actually flew myself here this morning. I'm an airline transport rated pilot and rated in almost every jet we have a little over 10,000 flight hours, type ratings, like I said, in most of our airplanes. And there has, years back, I've flown the line, I've flown flights for our customers, and I've used our flights. So I know the business really from every single angle and what the customers are expecting, what they're looking for, and the kind of service they want.
Pretty unique perspective for a CEO to have. Now, we've seen some headlines in the last few years about pilot shortages. How has your company been able to avoid some of those pitfalls?
I think probably the biggest advantage we have is that there's about 2,000 operators in the space. We're, as we said earlier, one of the top 5 operators in the space, and so we're able to recruit from those other 1,995 that are smaller than us in a fairly easy way. The biggest challenge in the industry now is getting those pilots trained. Getting the slots for training, and so what we're doing now is vertically integrating that part of the business as well, where we're going to bring all the training, the simulators, in-house so that we can train our pilots right on our same campus in Eastern North Carolina. So that's been a big deal. We have not had any trouble, knock on some wood somewhere, hiring pilots so far, but getting them trained is the bottleneck, and we're eliminating that one as well.
Okay, you mentioned your headquarters there in North Carolina. You've just opened a new hangar. Why is this important for the future of the business?
Continuing to bring the maintenance business all in-house, where we control our future and how fast we return airplanes to service. So the strategic initiative was to build the business to a 24/7 operation for maintenance, so that where generally you get maintenance done on the road, normal business hours from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. where everybody else likes to work. We want to maintain our airplanes when our clients don't need them. So we want to maintain them at night or in the middle of the night. It would be even better in return them to service. So bringing that, vertically integrating the business in-house will allow us to go to a 24/7 operation and really triple our output and make our airplanes more available for our customers. This new facility specifically was about building our paint and interior facility and our operations. We have a state-of-the-art paint and interior facility. We paint all of our own airplanes, all of our own interiors. Another part of how we vertically integrated the business. That business is needed the extra space to grow just that particular segment, but it's all about the overall strategic initiative to bring business in-house.
Okay. Now, we are at the IPO Summit here.
Yeah, very cool.
You are taking the company public sometime later this year. It will be under a SPAC, and the ticker is EGGF, which will then convert to your own ticker, flyEx, at some future date. But why is now the right time to go public?
So I think that any company that's blocking and tackling, that has a profitable operation and is also able to show growth in these challenging times, that there's not necessarily a bad time to go public. So the markets are challenging right now, but we're a profitable, growing, rapidly growing company that's vertically integrated. We have terrific partners in the SPAC that we're have decided to take this company public through, that have also believe in the business. They are committed to the business and locked up for 3 years. So they can't sell their initial shares either. So I think we've got terrific partners. We've got a very favorable tailwinds in the business for what the future looks like for this industry. It's always grown, and our customers are largely insulated from inflationary factors or the market in general in many ways. And so while I think we'll get our proxy filed here in the next 10 days or so, I think we're probably 3 to 4 months before we actually ring the bell over here behind us. But we're excited about doing it.
We'll have to talk with you again when that happens.
I'll very much look forward to coming back and doing that. But I think we're well positioned to do well. And what we plan to do with that is as we take the company public, we'll continue to invest in the product and the customer experience, in our people. We're going to keep doing a lot of the same things.
All right, great. Talk us through your plans for the next phase of growth.
So we're going to stick to our core operations and what got us here. When we go public, of course, we'll be funded to continue the growth, continue the acquisition of airplanes that we have coming. But we're going to maintain our core culture, business, who we are, and what got us to this place, investing in the people and the customer experience, of course, in our IT to improve operations there. But I don't see us changing a lot about who we are, or going out and trying to acquire a bunch of operations and fragments. One of our biggest strengths is our lack of fragmentation. We are all located in one place, and that's a big advantage in the industry that we have over most.
I know you're mostly domestic based. Are there plans to expand internationally?
We had nearly 100 airplanes, and some portion of those are Gulfstreams that already fly internationally.
Okay.
And we service North America and the Caribbean today fairly regularly. But since COVID, a lot of that flying internationally has been curtailed a fair amount. We haven't flown there as much as we expect to in the future. But we for sure will continue to grow that business as well.
All right, last question. What are you most excited for here in 2023?
Well, for this business, we're taking it public.
Yeah.
And the plan is to do that in August, September timeframe. So I'm super excited about the process. It's been fun learning about it and going through all of the investor calls and meeting all the people. And of course, being right here today is also pretty cool.
All right, great. This has been Jim Segrave, the founder and CEO of flyExclusive. If you want to invest, that's ticker EGGF is the name of that SPAC. I'm Jarrett Banks, signing off from the New York Stock Exchange.